Hey Banana Heads, this is Aaron from Banana Cake Media, bringing you a video, the ultimate guide on remarketing and creating your funnel with Facebook ads. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your Facebook pixel, I'm going to show you how to create your first event, and how to remarket to all those people that already went to your site. It's really incredible because it's going to really develop your funnel. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe, and let's get started. Rolling. In today's module, we will be talking about beefing up your funnel using retargeting through Facebook ads. Most people struggle with retargeting in the first place because A, it may be a bit too technical, which it's not, which I'm going to show you right now in today's tutorial. B, it seems a little creepy when you go onto somebody's site and then you're suddenly hit with all their ads. And I'll show you with some statistics that it doesn't really matter that much to people. Or C, like a lot of people, you or me, before we even discovered this, didn't even know that retargeting existed or was an option. Okay, here's some quick Shark School stats for you so you could see how utterly important it is to get into retargeting. 1, people have seen 161% conversion increase ever since they started doing retargeting. That means there is a 161% chance of your traffic converting and growing just because you did a retargeted ad. 2, first time is not a charm on e-commerce. And that number is 97%. That means 97% of the traffic that you are getting to your site in e-commerce or whatever product you're trying to sell, they're not going to convert the first time. So you got to bring them back, and I'm going to show you how. 3, 47% of people do not really care about their privacy, meaning that they know that you're retargeting them, and they don't care because they know that they will get a better deal because you retargeted them. You retarget them and you give them a better deal, you will close them. Remarketing basics. And we're going to start with number 1, which is contextual marketing. And what is contextual marketing? Contextual marketing is the simple process of measuring how people use the internet, their behaviors, and targeting them with ads according to their behavior. What's really important about contextual marketing is that it makes sense to people when they see that ad. It's not that they're scrolling through Facebook and then suddenly some ad comes up about swimming with the sharks. Like, why would I want to swim with the sharks? It doesn't make sense to me. However, if they were searching, I want to swim with the sharks sometime in Hawaii with that amazing woman who does that, and then suddenly on Facebook they're hit with an ad, it makes sense. So in a sense, that's what we're doing, but more direct because they were actually on your site, and then suddenly they get hit with that ad, it will make sense. And there's more of a chance of them coming back because like, oh, I saw that person already, so here I am, coming back, now I want to buy. And that's contextual marketing. 2, tracking every single action. You can literally track every single motion and movement and everything that people read and people do on your website. You could see which blogs they went to. You could see which buttons they clicked. You could see where they subscribed, if they bought your book, if they didn't, if they completed a certain filling out of a form or not. And we can either retarget them through that, or you can use that information to send even more contextually based. So we're going back to context ads and get them to complete the action that we wanted them to complete. It's so important, so vital, because when you know how people are behaving on your site, there is more of a chance of you figuring out how to serve them best and optimize your site, for example, so you can convert them better. And that's huge. 3, cross-platform integration. It sounds so complex, but it's really not that crazy. Really, all it means is that you're going to be taking any piece of traffic that hits your site and you're going to be retargeting them with Facebook, no matter where they came from. A platform it could either be LinkedIn, it could be Twitter, it could be Google search. However they hit your site, you're going to be retargeting them. And what I'm trying to say is that they don't have to be coming from Facebook in order for you to retarget them. They could be coming from anywhere. That's why it's so powerful. Meaning if somebody searched on Google and they saw you come up because your SEO was killer, and then they go to Facebook and then they start scrolling, and then they see your ad because they visited your site and they subscribed to your newsletter, and now you want to get them to make the next move on your funnel. It's really powerful because they were already there, and they didn't even come through Facebook. They came from Google. And that's the power of cross-platform integration, and that's what we're going to be talking about today in our lesson. Okay, we're at the tutorial now. This is the guts and juices, what you've been waiting for, and I'm so excited to show you how to do this. We're going to be doing retargeting with Facebook using Pixel. So the goal over here is that we're going to create a landing page where people will sign up to subscribe for your letter or whatever it is that you're giving out. And once they subscribe, that will send them over to a thank you page, which will have an event on it. An event is an extra piece of code that we use in conjunction with the Facebook pixel, which will let us know that the action was taken, and we'll be able to retarget them with that. So let's get into this. Yeah, what do you say? Okay, step one, setting up your pixel and event. Okay, let's get rolling. We're gonna quickly create a Facebook pixel with an ads manager. It's very, very simple. So let's get started. So you hover over the left menu, which says ads manager. It's right over there. Click on that, and you'll see this huge menu. If this whole thing didn't pop up, all you have to do is tap on all tools. Now we head over to, on top of manage business, there is an option called events manager. Go ahead and click on that. Amazing. So they don't directly call it a pixel until you actually get in. So here you see one of my pixels already set up. I'm going to create a new one so we could go through this tutorial completely with you. All right. So now the way to create a pixel is simply by going over to the left, click on add new data source, and you see you have all these different options. So we're just going to do a Facebook pixel right now. There we go. Amazing. And rename it to whatever it's going to be. Shark tutorial. And the website, it's optional. You don't have to add it. I'm not going to add it. Just click create and ready to go. Now, what's really important is installing this pixel. There's so many ways of doing it. You can either do it manually by adding the code to the header of your website. If you don't know how to do that, I'm going to quickly show you how I'm going to do it on my website. I use WordPress, and within WordPress, you can either add the code directly into the HTML code itself. I don't do that because just in case WordPress or the theme updates, it will completely erase any code that I put in there. So I have a plugin that holds it there for me all the time, no matter what. That's what I'm going to be doing. What you can do, you could click on connect a platform, a partner platform. You'll see all these different options. I'll show you right now. All these different options to add it to, whether you're WordPress, it will do it for you. Teespring, Wix, Webflow, Ticketmaster, so many different options over here. Kajabi, if you're using Kajabi. I know someone hit 10K. Yeah. So what I'll be doing it manually. And so let's get rolling. So I click manual install. It shows me over here, locate the header code of your website. I know where that is, but I'm not going to be doing the actual header. I'll show you what I'll be doing. You just click copy to clipboard and voila, like magic, copied. Now I'm going to go into my WordPress site and show you how to add that code. I have this plugin called Insert Footers and Headers on WordPress. That was easy to install. You just find Insert Footers and Headers, and it gives me the option of adding code over here. So I just take that pixel. I already have another pixel in here, but I'll just add a second just to show you what's going on. Click Save. Done. Now the second part is adding an event. So just a quick recap. What I just did was I added a pixel to the header of my website, and that means this pixel is on the entire site. No matter how many pages I make, this pixel is there. It's tracking everything. Okay, so now an event is a small piece of code that's going to work directly with the pixel, and you'll see how it correlates and it shows up within Facebook that an event was fired. Fired means that the page was hit and something happened, which we're going to be showing you quickly how that's done. Okay, here we go. So now, going to click continue, back in Events Manager. Now it's going to give me an option to set up an event. I could either do it with their event tool. I'm going to be doing it with their, just manually installing the code myself, because I want to show you how I'm going to be using that with the thank you page that I set up. Okay, so I click on that. Here we go. I'm going to change this to, there's so many templates here, by the way, which work with any type of website that you're using to help you with conversions and retargeting. So let's go to professional services. And what I want is, let's say, a lead. Yeah. So I just copy that. Beautiful. Now I'm going to go to the landing page where I want this to fire. It's not going to go on the entire site. It's just going on the thank you page where people are sent to once they subscribe, so we can actually track that single event within Facebook. So let's go over to that landing page. Over here, thank you, sharks. So what I did here is I made a simple landing page with sharks in the background, and it says thank you. That's when somebody subscribes, they'll see that. And over here, this little gray thing, which no one's going to see when the site is published, is just an HTML code. So what I do is I simply copy and paste that Facebook tracking script right into there, and I click update. Amazing. Now what's going to happen, let me show you. I have this landing page where people give me their name and email, they click send, and once they click send, it will shoot them right over to that thank you page. Okay, now there's an interesting point that I have to bring up, is how do we know that the pixel actually happened? So there's this tool for Chrome called a Facebook helper, Facebook pixel helper. What it does, it shows you on any site if there's a pixel being fired. Meaning you could go to any site that is available online and will tell you right away if there's a pixel. Well, you can also do that by inspecting the page itself, but this is just an easy way to do it. So it's a good way to make sure that you actually installed it and it's working properly. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to go back to events over here. I click done. And now we want to see that this is active and that we're firing an event. So what we'll do is check. And how we're going to do that, I'm going to quickly preview this and do a test and see if everything is firing correctly. That's the most important. So I see over here on my pixel that we have 2 pixels found, meaning because I had one before and I added a second for this tutorial. Let's test it with email. Click send. Amazing. So now I got to this thank you page, and let's check the events to see how Shark tutorial. We have active leads, which is great because now we can use that to create our custom audience. Okay, so how do we create a custom audience? It's already inside this page, as you can see. Create custom conversion, but we want to do custom audience. So let's do this. Create audience. Custom audience. Let's do this account. Next. Shark tutorial. Now we want to change this, all website version visitors. There's so many things here. We can include people who meet any of the following or all the following. So let's see if our conversion will come up. There we go. So we can choose between people who visit specific web pages, visitors of spent time, meaning if someone spent a certain amount of time on the website. What we want is not page views, which we can retarget people with page views. That's very popular. But we want to retarget people who are a lead, someone who already signed up and made it to a thank you page. So we'll click on that. We'll give the audience a name. Shark leads. Create audience. And boom, we're done. There you go. We got our audience. We added pixel to your website. We created a conversion using an event, which you can use that event for two things. You can have an event for creating a custom audience like we just did, very specifically. And we can use that event later on when we want to create an ad to optimize conversion ads to that thank you page, which Facebook would send more optimal traffic that would more likely convert. Okay, Sharks, again, my name is Aaron Menlowitz from Banana Cake Media. I'm so happy that I got to show you all about retargeting and giving you a great intro. As a bonus, I'm offering all of you a free consultation on growing your business and your funnel using retargeting. So please feel free to hit me up, and we'll see you next time.